Hello guys, I'm Kevin Burns. I'm here to do another video today. Yesterday I talked about the real plan behind COVID-19 and how it's leading us to a communist country. In the video I mentioned the 2020 agenda, told you guys to look it up. It's been about a year or two since I've looked it up, so I went ahead and Googled it up. And well, I couldn't find it. All I could find was agendas, like a literal agenda that you write down what you want to do for that day for the year 2020. I dug a little deeper. I found that the name had been changed to the Rio Developmental Act. Maybe that was always the original name, but the Rio Developmental Act plus 20. There's also the Millennium Developmental Act. There is the Rio Developmental Act 92. But today I'm going to talk about Agenda 2030, or the Sustainable Developmental Act. Before I begin, I'm going to read a couple definitions again. Yesterday I read communism. I'm going to go ahead and read that again just to kind of get that into your guys' heads. Communism, Google's definition, a political theory derived from Karl Marx advocating class war and leading to a society in which all property is publicly owned and each person works and is paid according to their abilities. That is the Google definition. Which Google is a major player in all this. They're a leader in the virtual world. It'll say the words later in what I'm about to read. But the layman definition, the actual definition, our definition is take what we give you, do what we tell you, don't complain, don't bitch, get in line, or go away. And when I say go away, they get rid of you. You don't get to just go away. Tyrannical, because what I'm about to read to you, if it isn't a tyrannical government at play, then I don't know what is. But it's to exercise power in a cruel way. A New World Order. A New World Order is a merging, clandestine, totalitarian world claimed to be happening by numerous conspiracy theorists. Now, I couldn't find this on Google. It led me to Wikipedia. But almost everything you can find on Google, you type in the word or you type in the phrase and it's there. Bam. Couldn't find this one. I think I'm going to start using Bing for my information. I don't know how well it is. I haven't tried it out yet, but a conspiracy. It's a plan by a group to do something unlawful, and a theory is something that is not proven. Something that is not yet fact. I think today I'm going to show you guys that this is not a conspiracy theory. This is a conspiracy. This is fact. You can find it all on sustainabledevelopment.un.org. This is a .org. This is not a .com. You have to be legit to get that. It says UN in it. If you have a .gov, a .edu, a .org, you have to be legit. Like I said, that's sustainabledevelopment.un.org. We actually call it the 2030 agenda, but I'm just going to read the preamble for you guys today and have some notes as I go. This agenda is a plan of action for people, planet, and prosperity. It also seeks to strengthen universal peace and larger freedom. We recognize the eradicating poverty in all its forms and dimensions, including extreme poverty, is the greatest challenge and an indispensable requirement for sustainable development. Okay, I read that wrong. I'm going to go ahead and... This agenda is a plan of action for people, planet, and prosperity. It also seeks to strengthen universal peace and larger freedom. We recognize the eradicating poverty in all its forms and dimensions, including extreme poverty, and it is the greatest global challenge and an indispensable requirement for sustainable development. All countries and all stakeholders, guys, it's Chase, IBM, AT&T, Walmart, and all countries, acting in collaborative partnership, will implement their plan. This plan, we are resolved to free the human race from tyranny of poverty and want, and to heal and secure our planet, advocating class war communism. We are determined to take the bold and transformative steps that are urgently needed to transform the world to a sustainable and resilient path. As we embark on this collective journey, we pledge that no one will be left behind. The 17 Sustainable and Developmental Goals and 169 targets, which we are announcing today, demonstrate the scale and ambition of this new universal agenda, new world order. They seek to build on the Millennium Developmental Goals and complete what these did not achieve. They seek to realize human rights of all and achieve equality. They are integrated and indivisible and balance the three dimensions of sustainable development: the economic, social, and environmental. Jump back to equality here, advocating class war. That is communist. It sounds good, but what makes the United States the greatest nation in the world? It's capitalism. It's the chance for all of us to do nothing, or to do something from nothing. In this, we don't get that. First bullet point, people. We are determined to end poverty and hunger in all their forms and dimensions, and to ensure that all human beings can fulfill their potential in dignity and equality in a healthy environment. Guys, fulfill your potential. Do what they tell you to do. You're dignified when you work, absolutely. But it's the work that they want you to do. Fulfilling your potential. They're going to test us as children. They're going to IQ test us. Anybody with below 100, they go to this school, they become ditch diggers. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong. I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody, but you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance. If you've got an IQ of 150, guess what? You go to the greatest school in the world, and there's still going to be classes. There's just not going to be class war. You're not going to be able to try and go from rags to riches. If you're rags, you're rags. If you're riches, you're riches. Paid according to your abilities. Planet. Protect the planet through sustainable consumption and production, sustainably managing its natural resources, and taking an urgent action on climate change to support the needs of present and future generations. Guys, it sounds all good, but they're going to give you the resources that you are allowed to use. 1 tank of gas a week. Okay? Say, I live in Mena, Arkansas. The closest big town is an hour away. Okay? I'm not going to be able to just go shopping when I want to. Because if I miss work on a Friday because I'm out of gas, that is a major, major punishment. You cannot miss work in this new world order. Fuel is only one resource. And you only have what they give you. Prosperity. Determined to ensure that all human beings can enjoy prosperous and fulfilling lives, and that economic, social, and technological progress occurs in harmony with nature. Prosperous and fulfilling lives. They put us according to our abilities. We're not allowed to try anything more. We're not allowed to reach for the stars. And they call that prosperous and fulfilling lives. That is not prosperous and fulfilling. Peace. This is probably my favorite one. Determined to foster peaceful, just, and inclusive societies, which are free from fear and violence. There can be no sustainable development without peace, and no peace without sustainable development. Sustainable development is just this 2030 agenda. So, you ever went to the bar on a Friday night, had a little too much to drink, somebody was over here mouthing, and you smacked them across the mouth? I know you've at least wanted to. I've done it. I've got 2 DWIs. Okay? I regret those decisions. But I paid my social price for those. I paid my debt to society, and everybody deserves a second chance. Okay, what this says right here: if you smack somebody at the bar that probably maybe deserved it, yeah, you shouldn't. It's not a good thing to do, but sometimes, you know, we're human. We all do it. This right here says life in prison. Life in prison. You don't get a second chance. Okay? There can be no sustainable development without peace, and no peace without sustainable development. Partnership. We are determined to mobilize the means required to implement this agenda through a revitalized global partnership for sustainable development based on a spirit of strengthened global solidarity, focused in particular on the needs of the poorest and most vulnerable, and within the participation of all countries, all stakeholders, and all people. Guys, it mentions the poorest people. Okay, our stimulus checks under $75,000. Okay, that's considered lower middle class poverty. I'm one of those people. Like I said yesterday, somewhere in this act, a major bullet point is Africa, which wasn't part of NATO, or most of it wasn't. They are pretty much the poorest countries in the world, most of Africa. They're going to go after them first. They need them. We don't need it as much, so they've got to implement all these plans while they do this. This is this 2030 agenda is a 15-year plan. By 2045, expect this, unless we rise up and do something about it, guys. The interlinkages and integrated nature of the sustainable developmental goals are of crucial importance in ensuring that the purpose of the new agenda is realized. If we realize our ambitions across the full extent of the agenda, the lives of all will profoundly improve and our world will be transformed for the better. Guys, it all says it right here. This is a new world order. You're going to have to do what they tell you to do. If you cross them, you're done. Okay? COVID-19, social distancing, it's all part of it. If we're not rising up, guys. We need to rise up. You need to share this. If you're not sharing me, share somebody else that's doing the same thing. Watch it. Listen. Ignorance is what they want. They want us to be ignorant. But it's all hiding in plain sight. You can all find it for yourself. I did not make any of this up. Share my video, guys. Please subscribe. Listen. I'm going to send it to your friends. Not caring is being a part of the problem. Okay? You don't want your children growing up in a world like this. You don't want to live the rest of your lives in a world like this. I'm going to send this to my daughter. She's going to be 9 this year. Okay? And she needs to understand this is happening. She's going to be a young adult. She's going to be 19 when all this comes into play. This is major. Okay? It blew my mind reading this today. I'll probably do some more videos to break down more of what happens or what's going to happen, what they have planned. But this is some serious, serious stuff. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Please share. I appreciate your notes. Subscribe. I've got more to come, guys. This is serious stuff. Spread the word. Rise up. We can do this. We can take our world back. Before they take it. Once they take it, it's going to be hard. Okay? Locator chips for this coronavirus that tells them where everybody is. Do not let this happen. It all sounds good. They make it all sound good, but it is not good. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Keep watching. Keep listening. Do your own research. Spread the freaking word. Okay? Rise up. Do not accept what they are doing. Thank you. I love you all. Have a good day.